Mhm. Hey there, hey there. Hey, Jed Barker here with Best Life Mortgage. It's been a little cold out today, and so as I was walking on my morning walk this morning, I threw on my beanie for the very first time, and maybe the first time this year. And I liked it because it was like nice. It was chilly, but it was nice around my ears. This is my UWM beanie. I have a few of these for United Wholesale Mortgage. That's one of the lenders that I use as a mortgage broker. But anyway, I want to do this live stream. I was looking on online, and I saw a home pop up. I have a lot of first-time homeowner borrowers who come to me to get a home loan, and it's hard to find homes in that first-time homeowner range right now. But I saw one that I wanted to look at with a Facebook Live and a YouTube Live and all that, and sort of highlight it, as well as highlight what the mortgage would be on that home and how you would qualify that home, as far as like how much income would someone need to qualify for that home. And so let's take a look first at the house. So this is in Simpsonville, South Carolina. It's really close by. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's go share screen. Let's go entire screen. Why not, right? So we do that. Boom. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to this page. So this one is only $261,000. So to me, that seems like a pretty good price compared to like what everything else is going for. But this is just an example. So $261,000. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. To me, it looks like a pretty nice starter home down in Simpsonville. As you look at it, it's got as you walk in, it's got a little fireplace there, probably gas, and I'd assume, but a master bedroom, a couple other bedrooms. Decent sized backyard. Looks like a little outbuilding and shed as it goes in there. Looks like a nice, clean, updated kitchen with a nice window there with the pop out window, which is always nice. Actually looks a lot like a home that I owned. Actually, I didn't own it. It looks like a home I rented when I moved into Charlotte, like around, like 9, 10 years ago. I moved to Charlotte and I needed something to live in, and it was a nice little rental. This house looks a lot like that little rental, almost like the same layout. But this home is for sale, and it's only at that $261,000 price point, which seems like a really good price point for a lot of people for that for that area. So anyway, let's take a look at a price quote on what a mortgage look like on this property. So I'm going to pop over to this page. This is a pricing engine that I use as a mortgage broker, but I've already put all the numbers in here. I said it's a $261,000 property. I'm doing this one as an FHA loan. So we can take a look at that. It's 3.5% down. So the down payment, I believe, is around $9,100 is all. So not a bad deal. And I'm going to go ahead and get a quote. Let's go ahead and get a quote off that. And we'll let that roll and come up. And then once that comes up, what we'll do is take a look at the price quote. What would the monthly payment be? What would the expected taxes be? What would the insurance look like? Everything like that. Give me 2 more seconds. Let me run this one more time. What would the insurance look like? What the taxes look like? What would the closing costs look like? So we can look at all that together, and we'll explore that FHA loan. So how's everybody at least liking the colder weather outside? I enjoy it. Fall's one of my favorite times of year. I love when the trees start getting colorful. And the air starts getting a bit cool. It makes it real nice. Can't go swimming anymore, but that's okay because now we can do fires and roast marshmallows and everything like that. So let's take a look at this. So FHA loan right here. We're looking at. Let's look at the rate sheet. So as you see, probably the rate today that we would select or go with on this, depending on where credit was and all that, probably somewhere around maybe about 7.1 or 7.2 is where I think we would end up. And so maybe 7, maybe as low as 6.8, but I think it's going to be closer to about 7.1, 7.2. That means the monthly payment with taxes, principal, interest, and mortgage insurance would come out to this number that I'm highlighting right here, $1,863.80. That would be the principal, interest, and mortgage insurance payment. So $1,863.80. On top of that, you do have taxes and homeowners insurance. So let's flip over to another page right here. We're going to flip over to this page. This one here is what I use sometimes as an affordability calculator. It means sometimes it'll help me decide if someone qualifies to purchase at a certain price point. And so here's what I did. I put in an annual income of $65,000. Let's go ahead and change this rate to 7.25. That looks good. We'll do a 30-year loan, a down payment of $9,100. I'm going to do a monthly obligation of $500. What does that mean? That means that you currently have $500 already of payments on your credit report. That could be like a $300 car loan, maybe some miscellaneous credit cards. So a $500 payment. I'm going to estimate the taxes at $1,750. They could be less, but I think maybe that high. And homeowners insurance at $900. I'm also going to say we're allowed to go up to a 48% debt to income ratio, and that there is mortgage insurance on this house at 0.35%. Okay. So what does this sheet show us? It says if you make $65,000 and you have $500 worth of monthly obligations already, that you can qualify potentially for a home loan on FHA up to $270,562. So let's go ahead and take a look at breakdown. Let's break down this loan payment for you. So mortgage payment breakdown. Principal and interest, $1,784. Taxes, $146. Homeowners insurance, $75. Mortgage insurance, $76, for a total monthly payment of $2,081. So if you're a first-time homeowner, or not even that, if you're just someone who's looking in the price point of about $2,000 and a 3-bedroom is working for you, you like to look at that place or any other place, you want to run some numbers, what you can do is these are the numbers for that home essentially, but we could look at any home. So as we come down even a little further, a lot of people have questions on homes like, what would the closing costs be on a particular property? Right now, I'm going to highlight closing costs. They say they're $7,844. Honestly, bit high. I believe on that home, the closing costs, if there was no mortgage points, which I don't think there would need to be, would probably be somewhere around $5,500, maybe $5,500 to $6,000. So that would be the closing costs estimated of a closing cost right there. So the total funds needed to close would be the down payment and the closing costs. So a total of $14,651. That's the total that you'd need to come to closing. So let's talk about strategies just for a minute before we move on, of how you can come into this house if you're trying to come in with less funds than $14,651. Maybe you have the funds, but you'd like to save some of your own money for an emergency fund. I had a video recently I did that talked about the importance of an emergency fund. Typically, what, in my opinion, an emergency fund is, what you'd want to do is save up 3 months worth of your income, and really 3 months worth of your expenses is a better way to put it, and save that up for an emergency fund so you're ready for any unexpected events. And so what's some ways you can come to closing with less than $14,651? Well, one way is to take these closing costs out of the picture. What you could do there is you could ask for a seller concession for $5,500, and that would take that away completely. So now you're only coming to the closing table with down payment $9,100. How can you get the down payment lower? Well, you could go with a 3% down home loan, which is a conventional loan. That would be less than $9,100. Or another option, if you make less than $67,000 in Simpsonville, and you qualify for this house, we can do a 1% down. And let's take a look at what 1% is on that. So 260. Actually, let's look at what 3% is. That's $7,800. Well, minus 4,000. And so there is a loan product we do, a conventional loan right now, that if you have less than $67,000 in income and you qualify for this property or another property of this type, your down payment would only be $3,800, because we have a 2% lender credit that's given to you to pay for your down $4,000 of your down payment. So technically, you could get into this home here for only $3,800 down if the closing costs were paid by the seller and you only had a $3,800 down payment. So there's lots of options. I just wanted to throw that out. I'm going to stop sharing that screen real quick. So stop share. I'll jump back over here. Oh, here we go. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful for anyone who watches this now or in the future, as far as that goes. And if you have any questions, if you look at the bottom roll on the screen, it's call or text me, 864-800-9251. My name is Jed Barker. I'm a mortgage broker that's independent. I own Best Life Mortgage. I originate loans. I work a lot with local realtors and the local teams here with attorneys. We close a lot of loans and a lot of business for a lot of local people here in the upstate of South Carolina. But if you are watching from another state, such as Florida, Texas, Georgia, I do loans in those states too, and I'm very happy to serve you. So anyway, have a great day. I hope this has been helpful. And let's see here. I'm going to play my my outro music. How about we do that? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.